of European colonization. And notice that the countries. This is the last phase of European colonization.
This is the last phase of Esau, Edom, the so-called white race, right? This is the last of their colonization. This is it. This is it, Yasharallah. This is the last hoorah. The last hoorah, the last of the last. The last heathen to rule. We're at the end of an eon, the end of an age. The end. This is it. In your lifetime, in your generation, in your lifetime, in your generation. This is it. I want to give all honor and glory to Abba Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Amashiach Barakatai, the Howard for the Rakat Kodash, the Howard for our forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov, the Howard for King David who will rule well in the new Jerusalem, the new heavens and the new earth, the 12 apostles, and the 144,000, and the elect men, women, and children of Yasharallah. Shalom Barakatai, to Howard for the men of David that's in the streets and the highways, the hedges, and the byways doing this work in sincerity and in truth, presenting their tabernacles, their bodies, a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto Abba Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, for Yahweh Shai, Pasat, our atonement for our iniquities and transgression, right? For Yahweh Shai, our great Redeemer, our great Deliverer in Yasharallah. For Yahweh Shai. This is the end. The end. This is the end. This is the end.
Notice that the countries that are most strongly in support of Israel are not just the United States. It's the United
Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end, right? Aeon, age, the end of an age. Of the first and the beginning. You have a first and you have the beginning of it that followed. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac. See, Isaac is Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who you ignorantly or intentionally call Jesus the Christ. Yahweh Shai been here many times. When Yaakov and Esau were born, so you have Yaquab, you have Jacob, 12 tribes. Yasharala, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans with Indian, Taino, Negro descent, and where we've been scattered amongst the other nations, looking like some of these other nations by the seed, by the pedigree of your father. And Esau, Asashua, waste away is he, so-called white man, European man, Spaniard man, British man, French man, NATO man, European man, Russian man, Canadian man, Australian man, by the seed of their fathers. Israeli man were born of him. Jacob's hand held first, Yaquab, right? Supplanter. The heel of Esau, Sasha, waste away, right? No melanin, no pigmentation. For Esau is the end of an age, aeon of the world, the end of a world, right? The end of their rulership, the end of their power, the end of a throne, the end of a crown, the end of authority, the end of rulership, dominion, power, wealth. See, and Jacob, you see, Jacob rulership is coming in. So you have one empire, one kingdom going out, phasing out, 250 years, right? And then you have another kingdom starting with Yahweh Shah Mashiach, King David, the 12 apostles, the 144,000, the elect men, women, and children of Yahshua coming in for eternity. So it's the end. And then you have another empire is the beginning of it that follow it. The hand of man is betwixt the heel and the hand. You have the heel and the hand. You have the heel of Esau, the so-called white man, and the hand of Jacob, the 12 tribes, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans with Indian, Taino, Negro descent, and where we've been scattered in the four corners of the four winds of the earth amongst every nation. See, it was all symbolic. Genesis 25:25. See, that Esau would be the end. The so-called white man would be the last kingdom, empire, dynasty before Yahweh Shah Mashiach returning the chariots and the clouds, what they call UFOs and UFO. When Yahweh Shah Mashiach was to get here and deliver the Israelites, the 1/3 and the 144,000 in this second exodus in the chariots, in our Lyft, in our Uber. We came in on ships, and the Most High said we would leave on ships. We came in on cargo slave ships, Deuteronomy 28:68. Deuteronomy 28:68. We would leave. We came at the bottom of the deck on ships. Now we're going to leave first class. We came seventh class, if there is such a thing, but we're going to leave first class. In the chariots and the clouds of Abba Yahweh, the fathership, being beamed up in the chairs, looking up. Looking up. We're leaving first class. Where Yahushua, Michael the Great Prince, the host ever. We came on ships, and God damn it, we're going to leave on ships. First class. First class. With our garments. With our glorified body. This is the season. This is the time that we in. Are you paying attention? Are you keeping your mind on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Barakatai? Or is your mind on folly and madness? Are you being a wicked Israelite, part of the 2/3 this evil family? Jeremiah 8 in chapter 3, where we've been scattered amongst every nation. Or you're being a righteous Israelite by rehearsing the righteous acts. Judges 5:11. Have you repented? Or are you calling on the Heavenly Father name? Abba Yahweh. He is, he exists, he is to be. And his only begotten Son, Yahushua, who did the work, who honored and glorified Abba Yahweh, who did the work, who finished his course, who got beamed up in the chairs in the clouds, who sit at the right hand of the Father, Abba Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua Mashpatai. Are you in this marathon? Or you was in the race and you got tired and you took the bag? Because we at the end of the end of the end of the end of the end, Israel. Jacob's trouble is here. Jeremiah 30:7 is in effect. Think about it. Are you measuring down the time diligently in itself? Think. Think for a moment. And ask yourself, is my mind right? But he that giveth his mind, your mind is your heart. Your mind is your heart, your lab in the Hebrew. To the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof. Occupied. Involved, right?
Occupied.
Definition number 2. Busy and active. Are you busy and active in this truth? Because we got to continue to do lessons. We got to continue to do videos. If you're able to go out in the streets and the highways and the byways with the Akim and Babal, Napal, dead and destruction upon Edom, 2/3 of Yashua and these heathen and the daughter of Babylon, are you occupied in the affairs of Abba Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Mashabarakta? Think about it, because we at the end. We're at the end of Esau's world and the beginning of Jacob that follow it. We're at the end of these Gentiles and these heathens' rulership. And all hell finna break loose. But if you occupied in prophecy, then you already know that. You already know it. If you occupied, if you're busy and active, if you're busy and active in the affairs of Abba Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shalom,
Occupy.
to engage the attention or energies of, see, the Most High say in Hebrews 11:6, He's a rewarder to them, and the them are the Israelites, Jacob, Yaquab, to them who diligently seek Him. Because we're at the end of Esau world. We're at the end of the so-called white man colonization. The jig is up. This man have been exposed. He have been revealed. The man of sin, the son of perdition. To take up a place or extent in space. See, you don't want to be just taking up space. You don't want to be a chair in the corner of a living room that no one utilize. Because they uncertain of this chair could hold up their body mass. And it's nothing but dust. Definition number 3B, to feel or perform the functions of an office or position. Interesting. Where can I find that? To feel or perform the functions, many members but one, as many officers. Play your role. Play your role, because we at what? We at the end of an eon. We at the end of an age. We're at the end of Esau world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Play your role. There's many members, but we all one body. Are you occupied? Or are you on the sidelines? Are you just in the way? Are you collecting dust? Have you been compromised? Did you take the bags? Are you in the way in the time of Jacob's rulership beginning coming in? Because we at the end, it is crystal clear, it is evident. It is evident, Yasharallah, at this point. It is crystal clear that we're dealing with a mark of the beast, which is a digital CHIP, a digital Karakma. It is certainty that we going cashless, that we approaching famine, pestilence, civil war, sedition among men, roadblock, great evils, great debt, concentration camps. It is evident. Guillotines. It is evident. It is crystal clear that Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Are you meditating? Are you meditating? But he, right, that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. So it's all about prophecies through the precepts, which is the law. Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. It's all about the law through the precept. It's all about having the spirit of Yahushua, which is the spirit of prophecies. The Most High said he would keep the sayings of the renowned men. Because keep in mind, through regeneration, what the Bible deals with, the book of the law, the words of Abba Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai deal with, where you are the prophet of old back on the scene again. The way you came out is the way you're going to go out. If you came in righteousness, well, you're going to leave in righteousness. You're going to say the same thing. You're not going to be given to change. The Most High said, beware of that prophet or that man that's given to change. See, if you're given to change, the Most High said, beware of that man. Beware of that man. That's why he say he will keep the sayings of renowned men. And where subtle parables are, he will be there also. He will keep the sayings of renowned men, and where what subtle parables, because Yahweh shall only reveal his secrets to his prophets. Amos 3 and 6. Matthew 13 and what, 10? So why speak to them in parables? And Yahweh shall say, because it's for you to know the mysteries. See, it's not given to them. And where sometimes parables are, he will be there also. See, go back to the secrets. He will seek out the secrets of grave citizens and be conversant in dark parables. And that's you being occupied. Let's go back to that again. And we are at the end of an eon. We are in the end of this world, of this age. And the Bible clearly tell you that Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Clearly tell you. But the saints, you see, and the saints are the Israelites. Psalms 50:5. Those who made a covenant with Abba Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, by what? By sacrifice. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom. And you have the hand of Jacob, of Yaquab on Esau's heel, the betwixt. We started off that way, 2nd Ezra 6:8. The hand on the heel. The hand of the heel is pulling Esau down through the prophecies. By us being out in the highways and byways prophesying, doing these lessons, doing these videos in the hedges and the highways, prophesying the downfall of Esau's kingdom. That's the pulling, bringing Yahushua in, ushering in Yahushua, preparing ye the way of the Lord by the pulling down of Esau's hill through the prophecies. That's how you prepare ye the Lord. That's how you prepare ye the way of Elohim, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. That's the pulling down. You got to be prophesying. You got to be meditating in prophecy. You got to have the spirit of Yahushua. You got to come out with all the truth. You got to warn Yahshua of the MOTB. It's no other way, Israel. You got to tell Yahshua to repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. And come up out of this hole, this woman, spiritually and mentally and physically. Not getting on the airplane, not getting on the ship. Spiritually, it means to turn to Abba Yahweh, to come back. Make that radical change. There's no more time left. We here. You ain't got no more time. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and what? And possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. Why you think outcasts named their group outcasts? Because they 2/3 of the Hebrew Israelites. Forever, ever, forever, ever. See, they knew that we would take the kingdom and possess the kingdom under Yahushua Mashiach, who was King of Kings, and King David, who will be king over the 12 tribes again, the northern and southern kingdom. See? So Esau is the end of the world, the end of this eon, the end, Israel, the end.
And notice that the countries, this is the last phase of European colonization. And notice that the countries that are most strongly in support of Israel are not just the United States. It's the United States, Australia, and Canada. The offshoots of England, Anglosphere sometimes called, unusual forms of imperialism. These are settler colonial societies. Societies in which not like India, not like the British in India, say, the societies of Africa is a little like this, or Algeria under the French. Settler colonial societies in which the settlers came in, essentially eliminated the native population, also driven by religious principles.
See, they eliminated what they call so-called Indian, because Indian means savages. They eliminated the 10 tribes of Yasharallah, the northern kingdom. They came here with a handshake and a knife in the back. And a gun on their waist. Let's get that. Let's go to the book of Psalms 55 and 21. The Most High say the word. That's how they came to our brothers, our Akim and our Yaikwad, the children of Yahshua, the sisters, when they came on these boats in 1614. And you could take it back before then with Cristobal Colon. You say he ain't put his sword down one time. The words of his mouth were smoother, right? Didn't Michael Jackson call him a smooth criminal? Didn't Sade, who's a Hebrew Israelite, call Esau Edom a smooth operator? The Most High said the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. See, he had war on his mind. See, Esau got war on his mind, right? He got war on his mind. He was blessed with the sword by Isaac. He was blessed. The Most High said by thy sword in the book of Genesis 27 and 39 and 40. By thy sword shall thou rule. See? This man been ruling with the sword. His missiles, his nuclear, continental ballistic missiles, his weaponries, his torpedoes, his stealth bombers. This is all weaponry, weapons. This is his sword, meaning destruction. The word, his Gatling gun. He came here with the Gatling guns, the Gatling and his cannons. The Most High said the word of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, on his mind. His words were softer than oil. See? Yet were they drawn swords. They broke every treaty, came here, and they beguiled our people after the Aborigines and the indigenous people of the land, who were the 10 tribes of Yasharala, showed them the cultivation. They just slaughtered all the buffaloes, slaughtered our people, right? That's what's going on, Israel. It's all in the book, right? You see it? The Most High said, cast thy burden upon the Elohim, though, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. So you got to cast your cares upon Abba Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua Israel, Yasharallah. Cast your cares upon Abba Yahweh, as it say in Matthew 6 and 33. Seek ye the kingdom of Abba Yahweh by Hashem, and all these righteousness shall. Hey, if you seek in the Most High, you ain't got to worry about tomorrow or today. The Most High know your needs. Because we in Jacob's truck. We ain't coming into it. We in it. Right? Because the Most High said the righteous shall not be moved. The Most High said, but thou, O Elohim, which is King David, psalmist, shall bring them down into the pit. Talking about the Edomites, Esau, Edom. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. This is what the Most High going to do. This is what Abba Yahweh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is going to do. But thou, O Elohim, shall bring, you see, them down into the pit. Esau, Edom, right? Of destruction. World War III is destruction. Wouldn't you agree that World War III is destruction in Israel? Wouldn't you agree to that? The third woe, Revelation 11 and 14 is destruction. Amagatwan, Revelation 16 and 16. Joel chapter 3, the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, Armageddon. Wouldn't you see that? Wouldn't you say that's destruction, Yasharallah? Bloody and deceitful men, they deceitful. That's why the Most High says, Sirach 12 and 10, never trust Esau. Never trust thy enemy, right? Shall not live out half their days. That's what the Bible say. Do you believe in the Bible? But I will trust in thee. Shalom.